Check out my latest noir thriller about military honor, betrayal, and cold revenge. Unfiltered. Real. Hit that subscribe button if you want more. Blood Contract. Chapter 1. The Package. 1. Name's Jason Harding. 35 years on this rock. Dozen of them gifted to Force Recon Marines. Things I've done. Can't tell you, won't tell you. Camilla, my wife, 30 model, curves that stop traffic. She's my anchor in this cesspool. Problem is, photos exist that shouldn't. People playing God with human lives. My Camilla, she's their newest pawn. Woke up 17 seconds before the alarm. Always do. Body clock hardwired after 15 years of hell. Late wake-up means death. Usually mine. Eyes closed. Already knew Camilla gone. Bed cold. Sound signature empty. She'd split an hour back minimum. Photo shoot start at dawn. Empty bed's my normal. Right hand slid under pillow. Found the Beretta 92 FS. Compact steel salvation. Saved my ass more than prayer ever did. Camilla hates guns in the house. Our deal: no assault rifles in closets. She ignores the 9 under feathers. Muscle memory. Finger indexed along frame. Never touch the trigger till you mean it. Basic discipline. Deeper than breath. 5:30. Alarm screamed. I was vertical, bare feet on cold tile, ready for another spin around the sun. Should have been routine. Morning drill unchanged. 50 push-ups, 40 pull-ups on the doorframe bar, 100 crunches, cold shower, 3 minutes, no mercy. Camilla called it OCD. Kitchen protein shake, omega-3 caps, black coffee, no sugar, fuel for the machine, everything precise, plates arranged by size, knives razor-sharp, blades aligned, just discipline. Scan the kitchen while eating, looking for changes. People say paranoia. I say survival instinct. Paranoia sees threats everywhere. Survival knows they're already there. Phone rang, unknown number, 7 digits after area code. I answered, said nothing. Jason, Camilla's voice, tight, stressed. Left my phone home, think it's on the nightstand, can you check? Sure, voice level, internal alarm triggered. Camilla never forgets her phone, 3 years married, never once. Thanks babe, got to run, meeting, call you later. Line dead before I could ask whose phone she was using. 2. Bedroom smelled like her. Jasmine and sandalwood, phone exactly where she said. Nightstand next to her book pile. My wife the reader, Franzen, Pynchon, Atwood. Brain food, me, technical manuals and war porn. Grabbed the phone, hand knocked the books, they tumbled. From between infinite jest pages, cream envelope fell, no postage, no address. Wax seal with initials CA. Series agency. Modeling agency she'd joined recently. Knew I shouldn't open it. Privacy, marriage rule number 1. But combat taught me, rules break when survival's at stake. Fingers mapped contents, thick paper, multiple sheets, photos probably, heart hammered harder, tore the seal. Glossy prints inside, professional quality, studio lighting, each one Camilla naked, with a man I'd never seen. First shot, pressed against wall, head thrown back, ecstasy on her face. Second, on her knees before the stranger, his hand in her hair. Third, them on silk sheets, her body arched beneath him. Every detail burned into my retinas. Every curve I knew by heart. Every freckle I'd kissed, all with someone else. Note between photos, calligraphy, not Camilla's. 4 Seasons, penthouse suite, tomorrow 10:00 p.m. Be punctual. Sat on the bed, still clutching evidence. Red haze descending, lungs full of concrete, ears roaring like incoming artillery. Reason fought instinct. Instinct screamed, find him, gouge eyes, snap spine. But reason, cold operator logic that kept me breathing, whispered, intel first, analysis, then action. 3. 2 forces collided in my skull. Rage, old as Cain, demanding blood. An ice-cold calculation of a Marine who knows emotions get you killed. Couldn't process it. Not Camilla. Not the woman who held me through screaming nightmares, who didn't flinch when I woke swinging, who whispered me back from Fallujah every goddamn night. But photos don't lie. Real as the Beretta under my pillow, real as scars mapping my body. Remembered our first meet. Veterans Charity Gala, duty appearance for dead brothers. She came as featured entertainment. Camilla strutted the runway in designer gear for charity auction. Every eye glued to her, including mine. Professional assessment first, exits marked, threats cataloged. Then I just watched her move. After her walk, I nursed bourbon at the bar. Only warm spot in a frozen world. She approached, direct, no games. Hard coming home, isn't it? Eyes locked on mine, no flinching. You don't know shit about it. Brother didn't make it back from Ramadi, quiet, matter of fact, so maybe I know more than you think. 3 months later, married, small ceremony, close friends only. She wore simple white, I wore a suit that strangled. We swore eternal fidelity, I bought every word. Back to present, photos on the bed, eyes closed, breathing exercises, control, focus. Direct confrontation, simplest solution. Show photos, demand answers, burn it all. But I was trained different. Gather intel, assess situation, strategy before tactics, no blind civilian moves, find the truth before drawing conclusions. Careful, resealed envelope, returned it between book pages. Phone stayed on nightstand. Let her think I never found it. Time for surveillance. 4. Surveillance equals invisibility. Be everywhere, be nowhere, see all. Stay ghost. Dressed forgettable, gray slacks, navy shirt, baseball cap pulled low, no logos, no patterns, nothing memorable. Pocket knife, titanium blade, not for violence, for nerves. Think clearer with steel clothes. Camilla worked series offices lately. Knew her schedule, today worked till 6. Cab dropped me at a coffee joint across from the building. Perfect overwatch position. Glass walls gave full coverage of entrances, exits. Ordered espresso, took window seat, open tablet with ebook, standard wage slave on break, invisible. 3 hours, motionless, sniper patience, eyes tracking everyone in out, brain auto-classifying threat levels. Nobody noticed me. 2:37 p.m., spotted her. Camilla exited with tall suit, expensive threads. They talked, animated but professional, safe distance. He said something, she laughed, that specific laugh, the one I owned. They split, suit took black BMW. Camilla walked, I waited 30 seconds, followed, optimal distance maintained. She hit a bistro, 20 minutes inside. Lunch, judging by the takeout bag. Then back toward office, stopped at entrance, waiting. Taxi pulled up 10 minutes later, I was prepped. My cab idled around corner, driver prepaid to tail her ride. Her taxi headed downtown, heavy traffic, driver kept visual, finally stopped at glass tower. Series agency on the facade. Not main office, satellite location or private studio. Camilla exited, purposeful stride to entrance. I had driver stop half block back. Something stank. Why drive to another office of same company? 5. Building had restricted access. Security, turnstiles, badge scanners. But I had resources. One call, Mike Chen on the line, former recon, now private security. We'd survived hell week together, pulled each other through surf torture. Bonds forged in pain don't break. Harding status, Mike's voice cautious. This number meant business. Need surveillance access. Office building, no questions. Pause. Address. Gave it. 10 minutes, line dead. 9 minutes 40 seconds later, phone buzzed. Text with temp login. Password for video system. Back in the cab, open secure app. Screen split 6 ways, main areas visible. Lobby, corridors, conference rooms. Found her, Camilla. Conference room, 3rd floor. Long table, group meeting. Center of attention, silver-haired woman, dragon lady type. Obvious shot caller. Beside her, slick younger man, shark eyes. Others, worker bees by their body language. Cycled cameras, better angles, corner cam gave perfect view. Dragon lady stood, started presentation, pointed at screen behind her. No audio, but gestures clear discussing project. Then she lifted a folder, opened it, pulled out photographs, same photographs from the envelope. Laid them on table, pointed to details. Meeting, not affair. Work product, not betrayal. Chest unknotted. The noose that had been tightening since morning started loosening. Shot caller collected photos, handed them to assistant, now looking straight at Camilla, speaking with clear admiration. Switched to close-up cam. Camilla's face filled screen, smiling, not fake, real happy. She nodded, stood, shook Dragon Lady's hand. Others applauded. Not cheating, portfolio shots, glamour modeling for some campaign. First time all day, could breathe normal. Zigza. Camilla kept smiling, accepting congrats from everyone. Dragon Lady hugged her, professional, no subtext. Shark eyes shook hands, formal, satisfied. Obviously she got the gig. Exhaled, mind clearing. Course she didn't. Christ, what an idiot. Kept watching, everything made sense now. Photos were test shots, part of campaign, high-end stuff. Camilla pro model. Course her portfolio included this. Should have trusted. Doubts were insults to our marriage. About to disconnect when strange scene. Dragon Lady's assistant, young woman with glasses, leaned in, said something to Camilla. My wife's face changed. Shock. Hand covered mouth. Eyes wide. Switched cams, tried to catch assistant's face. Maybe lip read. Lucia Vasquez, accident during shoot, tragic death. Assistant kept talking, turned away, lost the angle. Camilla looked pale, shaken, asked Dragon Lady something, got serious nod in response. What really made my radar ping, shark eyes expression. Quick smirk when nobody was watching. Exchanged look with corner shadow I hadn't noticed. Shadow nodded back. Something rotten here. Camilla got the gig, but at what cost? Who's Lucia Vasquez? How she connected? What accident? Disconnected from surveillance. Texted Mike thanks. Told Cabby to take me home. Conflicting intel. Relief Camilla hadn't cheated. Shame I'd stalked her like a target, and new feeling. Unease that wouldn't quit. Something wrong at this agency. Something wrong with this gig. Remembered shark eyes smirk at dead model's mention. Not grief, not regret, satisfaction, like when plan comes together. Decided won't confront Camilla. Not yet, need more intel, understand the threat matrix. Danger sense, learned in combat zones, never failed me, screaming now. Cab pulled up to the house. Already knew, every skill from 12 years force recon would be needed, not for terrorists or cartels. This time to protect my wife. Blood contract. Chapter 2, Investigation. 1. Sitting in the dark when keys hit the lock. 7:43 p.m. Camilla home 27 minutes late, not critical, but noted. Jason, you home? Voice different, elevated. That particular vibration when she's containing excitement. Clicked the table lamp, she flinched. Sorry, didn't mean to spook you. Rose from the chair, saving electricity. She laughed, genuine sound, wind chimes. My Camilla, not the woman from the photos. You, always lurking in shadows like some black ops ghost. If she only knew. Kicked off her heels, expensive, practical, low enough to run in, flew to me, arms around neck. Scent hit, jasmine, coffee, faint chemical smell, professional smell. Amazing news, words tumbling out, green eyes blazing. Remember that series project I mentioned, the high-end campaign. The luxury brand thing, I kept voice neutral. Yes, nodding, missing that I knew details she hadn't shared. They chose me, the lead, for the whole international campaign. Feigned surprise, eyebrows up, eyes wide. Skills learned interrogating Hadjis who couldn't know you already had their intel. That's incredible, babe. genuinely happy for her. Camilla attacked her career like I'd attacked objectives in Helmand. This campaign, her Medal of Honor, without the blood. So far without blood. Kitchen bustle, champagne from the fridge, her celebration bottle, talking non-stop about selection process, how the creative director personally chose her from dozens. I listened, nodded, asked right questions, but part of my mind kept analyzing. She didn't mention the nature of the shoot, nothing about nude scenes, photos, not a word. Popped cork, clinked glasses, finally asked the question a normal, clueless husband would ask. So what's the campaign about? What's the concept? She looked away, big gulp from her flute, clear tell, nervous. It's artistic nude, for a luxury jewelry brand, very tasteful, European aesthetic. So nude shots, statement, not question. She exhaled, bracing for impact. Yes, fully nude, but it's art, not exploitation. The concept is about natural beauty contrasted with precious stones. Camilla interrupted gently. You're a model, I knew what I signed up for. Shoulders dropped, tension released. I was terrified you'd go all caveman possessive. Smiled, tried to look natural. I get possessive about your safety, not your art. She kissed me, long, deep, grateful. I responded, tried not to picture those photos, not to imagine her with another man. Professional work, I reminded myself, just work. That night made love as usual, tender, passionate, no games. Camilla never liked bedroom experiments. Another reason the photos felt so wrong, so alien. After she slept curled against me, I stared at darkness, replaying the day. Lucia Vasquez, accident during shoot, tragic death. Something told me, opening bell just rang. 2. Month evaporated like morning mist. Camilla deep in the campaign, coming home past midnight, dead on her feet, saw each other less. Normal for model's life, vampire hours. Wasn't idle. After discharge, started a small security firm, executive protection for private clients. Business steady if not spectacular. Former operators valued in this trade. That morning, woke usual time. 17 seconds pre-alarm. Camilla absent. Hotel near the studio. Shoot ran past midnight. Creative director insisted models rest before next marathon day. Her explanation anyway. Morning routine. Then mailbox run. Usually Camilla's job, she liked real mail. Catalogs, magazines, normal life fragments she'd missed during her rough childhood bouncing between foster homes. Between bills and junk, cream envelope. No stamp, no postmark, hand-delivered. Heart skipped, recognized the paper, that expensive weight. Inside, locked door, activated security, then carefully opened. More photos, but these weren't staged. Images showed Camilla and a man different from the first set in a hotel room. High-end suite by the decor. First frame, entering room, his hand on her hip. Second, bed's edge talking. Her body language screamed tension, shoulders high, back rigid. Third, him pouring wine. Fourth, his hand on her thigh. Fifth, her in lingerie, his hand in her hair. Sixth, naked bodies tangled. Hidden camera shots, ceiling mount probably. Grainy but clear enough for ID. Note included, laser printed. She doesn't deserve this campaign. Tabloids get copies in 24 hours, clocks ticking. Stared at evidence, time slowed to tactical speed, brain processing data cold. First, not campaign shots, too intimate, too real. Second, Camilla looked stressed, not aroused, not passion, not love. Third, perfectly framed shots, premeditated. Fourth, note said doesn't deserve the campaign, not your wife's cheating, specifically about the job. Returned photos to envelope, hand steady, training, experience, but insides churning. Show Camilla. No, she'd deny, explain, truth stays hidden. Plus, if she's really in danger, better she doesn't know I know. Operational security. Safe behind the painting in my office. Old school but secure. Camilla never entered without me. Phone out speed dial. Mic need another solid. 3. Lucia Vasquez, 28, rising model, Barcelona native, impressive portfolio, featured campaigns for major fashion houses, chosen as lead for series agency's previous luxury campaign, died tragically 3 months back during rooftop shoot. Equipment failure, fell 5 stories. All public record, obituaries, trade magazine articles, social media tributes, standard industry tragedy, young talent cut short. But I dug deeper. Mike provided police reports, military networks run deep in law enforcement. Official verdict, accident, case closed. Too fast, too neat. Started tracking other series-related accidents. Took time. Not everything digitized, not everything accessible, but patience is a sniper's virtue. Found them. Elena Cortez, 25, drowned during underwater shoot for Aqua Dreams 2 years back. Oxygen system failure. Marie Dubois, 30, burned in cosmetics commercial fire 18 months ago. Pyrotechnic malfunction. Angela Park, 27, motorcycle crash during action shoot 1 year ago. Brake failure. Natasha Volkov, 29, anaphylactic shock from makeup allergen unknown even to her. 9 months back, skincare campaign. And now Lucia Vasquez. 5 incidents, 5 beautiful women, 5 accident during series shoots. Pattern too perfect for coincidence, too small for statistics, Goldilocks zone for conspiracy. All victims similar stats, mid-20s to early 30s, high-end look, ascending careers, landed roles others wanted. Camilla fit the profile exactly. Laptop closed, eyes shut, assembling puzzle pieces. What connected these deaths? Why didn't cops see the pattern, or did they see but chose blindness? Needed deeper intel, required accessing restricted areas. 4. Night work, best for infiltration. Human alertness lowest 200,400, even trained guards fade. Series headquarters lit up like a Christmas tree, standard corporate security theater, creates safety illusion but helps intruders. Darkness hides everything. Light reveals patterns. Left the car 5 blocks south. Underground garage of dead mall, black tactical pants, dark pullover, soft-soled boots, backpack with tools never bought legally. Building security, 2 at entrance, 2 more roving floors, standard cameras, mag locks, badge readers, serious for business building, child's play for someone who'd breached Taliban compounds. 3-day recon paid off, studied shift changes, patrol routes, camera positions. Mike provided building schematics, don't ask how. Entry through service door, janitor access, electronic lock yielded in 30 seconds. Some skills are forever. Took the stairs, slow, silent, pausing at each landing, listening. Target 24th floor, CEO Veronica Kim's office, corner suite, status symbol. 24th floor hallway, empty, cameras covered elevators and main corridor. Design flaw, people focus on primary routes, forget the edges. Kim's office door, serious hardware, biometric scanner plus card reader. Retrieved device from backpack, looked like smartphone, heavier, military tech that should have stayed in combat zones. Miniature EMP generator, kills electronics within half-meter radius. Lock clicked, indicator died, slipped inside. Office screamed money. Antique furniture, original art, glass desk size of a pool table, 0 computers. Weird, even dinosaur executives use computers. Methodical search, wall cabinets first, papers, contracts, routine, then desks, drawers, standard office crap. Then spotted it, tiny inconsistency in parquet pattern, far wall, invisible to civilians, obvious to someone trained finding Taliban weapons caches. Press the spot, soft click, wall section slid open, hidden room. Single computer on metal desk, no frills, pure function. Booted the system. Standard security password two-factor auth. Nothing my gray box couldn't handle. Iranian server cracker plugged in. 4 minutes I'm inside. Files organized with military precision. Each project separate. Subfolders by year, month, production phase. Open series current campaign folder. Budget, schedule, model contracts, nothing special. One folder caught attention, stakes. Extra password protected, tougher crack, but I'm persistent. What I found, ice in my veins. Spreadsheet charts, names, 6 and 7 figure sums, bank transfer records. A fucking betting pool, not on horses, not on sports. Bets on models' lives. Lot 734, Lucia Vasquez. Survival scene 47, rooftop fall. Current odds 15, 1 against. Lot 735, Marie Dubois. Survival scene 29, fire stunt. Current odds 8, 1 against. Every dead model listed. Opened newest file, saw Camilla's name. Lot 738, Camilla Harding. Survival scene 34, underwater sequence. Current odds 5, 1 against. Red notation, high value pot, VIP clients engaged. Wanted to puke, not from fear, pure rage. Death as entertainment, gambling on lives. My wife next chip in their casino. Kept searching. Found insurance folder. Photos of models in compromising positions, including fresh shots of Camilla. Text document explained, blackmail leverage. Photos ensure models don't refuse dangerous stunts. If they balk, tabloid exposure, career destroyed, reputation ashes, especially for married models. Perfect trap. Inserted flash drive. Started copying. Not everything, just essentials, betting documents, photos, banking records. Voices in the hallway. Guards, off schedule, something spooked them. Quick finished copying. Closed files. Shut down system. Secret room sealed with same soft click. Time to exfil fast. 5. Voices closing. 2 men, heavy steps, purposeful, not routine patrol, hunting someone. Assessed options. Windows sealed, shatterproof, door only exit, same door guards would use, ventilation too small. Improvisation time. Used decorative columns, old trick from Mountain Ops, nobody looks up. Door opened, 2 entered, black suits, professional bearing, alert eyes, not mall cops, professionals. Clear, said one, scanning office. Motion sensors triggered 5 minutes ago, said other, hand near shoulder holster. Check the vault. They knew about the hidden room, part of the system, not hired help. First guard activated wall mechanism, room opened. Computers warm, someone was here. Pull the logs, I'll sweep. He began systematic search, door to windows, desk to cabinets. Eventually he'd look up. Evaluated situation, 2 versus 1, armed, no terrain, backup available, me surprise element, close combat skills, bad odds, no choice. Second guard passed directly below, made my move. Dropped, palm strike to chin, other hand intercepting gun wrist. He grunted, strike disrupted nerve clusters, voice gone, coordination shot. Gun fell, caught it midair. First guard burst from secret room, saw partner dropping, saw me armed, hand jerked toward holster, split second late. Freeze, quiet command, gun centered on his chest, hands visible. He stopped, raised hands slowly. Eyes showed surprise, not fear, surprise, didn't expect a professional. Who are you? What do you want? Truth about the campaign, the bets, the deaths. His face shifted, surprise became relief. You're Camilla Harding's husband, statement, not question. Didn't answer, everything clenched, they knew me. Listen, this isn't what. Office door burst open, 4 more suits rushed in. First 2 just bought time, waited for cavalry. Fired twice, shoulder shot, leg shot, non-lethal enough to disable, then something hit from behind, taser, muscles locked, gun dropped. Before blackout saw one more enter, tall, polished, predator posture, eyes like a scientist studying lab rats. So this is him, last words before darkness. Fascinating. Zigza. Came conscious instantly, trained response. No movement, no breathing change, intel first, reveal nothing. Smells, dust, machine oil, chemicals, sounds, muffled voices, ventilation hum, distant traffic. Position, chair-bound, hands cuffed behind, ankles secured to chair legs. Cracked eyes, see-through lashes. Large space, converted warehouse or studio, photography, lights, cameras, rigging, center deep pool, transparent walls, water-filled, above metal framework, platforms at varying heights. I'm cuffed to a chair, corner position, partially concealed by lighting gear, full studio visible, but I'm obscured from center stage. Pool area group gathered, young assistant with tablet, old guy with underwater camera gear, various techs, and Camilla. She stood poolside in athletic swimsuit, preparing for scene apparently, focused, not scared, didn't know the real deal. He's conscious, voice to my right. Turned, same polished predator from Kim's office, 60-ish, immaculate suit, posture of power, eyes cold, studying me like interesting bacteria. Mr. Harding, introductions are in order, I'm known as the broker. Stayed mute, captivity 101, give zero intel, not even acknowledgement. Pretense is pointless, we know you, your service record, your capabilities, impressive dossier. Paused, studying reactions, getting none. You discovered our enterprise, remarkable achievement, most never suspect we exist. Still silent, inside boiling. This prick talked about dead models like quarterly reports. Observe, pointed at pool. Your wife rehearses scene 34, underwater chase. Complex stunt, requires conditioning, endurance, extended breath holding. Camilla donned wetsuit, assistant helping, text checking gear. Standard shoots use stunt doubles, underwater specialists, but our clients demand authenticity, real risk, real fear. Couldn't hold back. You're running a snuff film operation with fashion models instead of whores. The broker laughed, quiet, controlled, emotionless. Crude analogy, Mr. Harding, but inaccurate. We don't bet on models, we bet on their protectors, how far they'll go for love. Leaned closer. 5 dead models, tragic, yes, but mere bait. Real game starts after, when fathers, brothers, husbands seek revenge, when they infiltrate our offices, hack our systems, when they end up here, ready for anything. Blood turned to ice water, not simple sadism, something worse, more complex. What's your angle? From you, the broker smiled. Participation. Currently, Camilla prepares for a dangerous scene. Equipment is, shall we say, questionable, accident probability high. Paused for effect. Alternative exists. You with your training substitute for stunt performer. Scenes with genuine mortal risk. Complete all challenges successfully, we release your wife. Fail, she still performs her underwater scene. Same odds. Why should I trust you? Because options don't exist, and because games need hope of victory. Nodded behind me, cuffs clicked open, hands free, feet free. Choose Mr. Harding, her time expires. Watched the pool, Camilla at edge, ready to dive, tech handing her air tank, small, limited supply obviously. Fine, I'll play. The broker smiled, cold satisfaction, chess master cornering the king. Excellent, begin the performance. Blood contract. Chapter 3, Trial. 1. World narrowed, tunnel vision, Camilla's face by the pool, focused, professional, clueless about the real game. The broker tapped his fingers, watching my reactions. Polite mask over predator's interest, just business, nothing personal. Dealt with sadists before. Mountain warlords, cartel psychos, religious fanatics, always some animal simplicity to their cruelty, dominance through pain, power through fear. The broker, different species, intellectual sadist, human suffering as data points, clinical curiosity. Most dangerous type. Understand our project's scope, he said. I sat still, calculating attack vectors. Not mere gambling, research into human nature under extreme stress. Signaled, guard brought him a tablet. You see, Mr. Harding, we've created something unique. Models provide drama, but the real stars, they're defenders, brothers, fathers, husbands, those who'll do anything. Turned screen toward me, names listed, photos, numbers attached. Nicholas Volkov, Natasha's brother, ex-Spetsnaz, 3 trials completed, failed the 4th, high fall. Success probability 28%, exceeded projections. Scrolled down. Marcus Park, Angela's husband, former SEAL Team 6, 4 trials, died on 5th cage match with pro fighter. Success rate 15%, remarkable endurance. Bile rising, human lives reduced to spreadsheet cells. Game misrepresents this, the broker continued. This is entertainment evolution. Our clients, people beyond boredom, billionaires with everything. They crave authentic emotion. Our stakes aren't money. They're real lives, real loyalty. Clients pay millions to witness love's limits. What stops me from snapping your neck? Flat delivery. 4 guards behind you, armed, also smiled without warmth. Your failure triggers immediate accident. See the technician at pool controls, 1 button. Camilla's air supply terminates. Looked where indicated. Tech console met my stare, slight nod. More importantly, we offer opportunity. Pass our trials, we release your wife. No pursuit, no revenge. You'd be our first complete success. That's valuable. And if I refuse? Original plan proceeds. Camilla performs her stunt. Real risk, not staged. Survival odds, 1 in 5 perhaps. Watched my wife. She smiled at something the director said, trusting, innocent, unaware her whole crew played death games. No choice, never was. Agreed. Splendid, the broker rose. First trial in 1 hour. 2. They provided clothing. Simple, functional, fire-resistant fabric, black pants, gray shirt, thin-soled boots, changed in a basic room, noted exits, cameras, potential weapons. Guards watched, professional distance, hands near weapons. Spacing prevents single-attack neutralization. Pros as expected. But they lacked my edge, absolute readiness to die, always tip scales. Led to main stage area. Former studio now resembled gladiator pit. Center open space. Lights everywhere. Above darkened boxes. Shadow figures barely visible. Camilla sat in a model-marked chair. Some distance from action. Assistants, makeup crew flanking her. She waved, surprised by my presence. Your husband volunteered for some stunts, heard the director explain. Military background, perfect for certain scenes. Camilla frowned, not scared, puzzled. I smiled, avoid suspicion. Center stage, first trial revealed, 3-meter wall, ditch in front filled with liquid, techs swarming, checking equipment. The broker reappeared, now in tuxedo, opera ready. Welcome to our arena, Mr. Harding. Trial 1 explained. Indicated the wall. Stunt classic fire wall jump. Simplest trial awaiting you. Sprint. Jump the fuel ditch, clear the wall, land on opposite mat. Sounds easy. For professional stuntmen, yes, but caveats exist. First, real fuel, not effects. 800 degrees Celsius. Second, fireproof suit replaced with basic resistant fabric, protects minimally. Third, wall coating ignites on contact. Paused, reading me. Summary, you jump barely protected through actual fire. Mid-air ignition guaranteed. Burn severity depends on speed and skill. 80% of stunt professionals would refuse. If I refuse? Your wife begins her underwater scene immediately. Those odds I mentioned. Nodded, no choice still. The broker moved to elevated platform, full hall view. Ladies, gentlemen, addressing shadow boxes. First participant ready, place your wagers. Muffled sounds from boxes. Whispers, cloth rustling, crystal clinking, theater before curtain except I'm the show, my life the stake. Director approached, silver-haired, professorial, professional smile. For authentic camera work, indicating the equipment. Got it, part of the show, maybe not fully informed, but definitely not innocent. Tex lit the ditch, flames erupted, hungry, orange-blue, real. Heat slapped my face from meters away. Move to start position. Deep breaths, concentrated, task analysis, sufficient runway for ditch clearance, maximum height to minimize flame exposure, minimal wall contact, tuck and roll on landing, momentum dispersion, possible clothing fire. Inhale, exhale. Sprint 4, 5, 6 strides, acceleration. Launch everything committed, airborne over ditch. Heat hammered skin, hands behind head protecting neck, most vulnerable point. Wall contact, instant ignition, flames everywhere. Hair singed, skin burning. Over the wall, dropping, tuck, roll, slapping flames out. Seconds only, but stretched like hours. Pain registered sharp, familiar. Pain's an old friend to operators, file it for later. Stood up, shirt charred on back and arms. Forearms and neck angry red. Blisters forming, first and second degree burns. Painful, manageable, survivable. The broker descended, applauding, slow, calculated, maintaining polite smile. Bravo, Mr. Harding, expectations exceeded. Most predicted 40% body burns minimum. You have, appraising look, 15% maximum, impressive. Next, ignoring pain. Patients, doctor examines burns, first aid, rest 2 hours, nights young, 4 trials remain. Extended hand, business handshake gesture. Congratulations on the first. Stakes increase per trial, Mr. Harding. Our clients tripled initial investments after this. Didn't shake. The broker seemed amused, not offended. Peripheral vision caught Camilla, watching with concern mixed with pride. For her, still just a movie. Dangerous but controlled. Her husband revealing hidden stunt talent. If she knew. 3. Second trial commenced 3 hours later. Burns treated professionally. Minimal painkillers though. Pain's part of the show. Arena transformed. Center now narrow beam. Half-meter wide, 5 meters high, soft mats surrounding, but everyone knew their real purpose, not protection, better viewing angles. The broker explained, game show host delivery. High-wire combat, Mr. Harding, you plus 4 fighters, 2 each side of the beam. Simple objective, stay on platform, falls eliminate, last standing wins. If they win. Trial fails. We proceed to Camilla's underwater scene. No Camilla present this time, off on another set, preparing different shots. Better that way, didn't need her witnessing my beating. Because beating was guaranteed. Opponents were exactly what I'd expected, professional fighters, MMA or underground cage match experience probably, solid muscle, dead eyes, violence professionals. Climb the beam. 2 ahead, 2 behind, no rules except don't fall. 4-on-1 combat on narrow beam, insanity. But that's the point. Create impossible odds, make viewers believe in my inevitable loss. Then. The broker expected victory, no doubt, otherwise no show. Fight started, sans warning. Nearest fighter attacked, straight right for the jaw, classic opener, I slipped it. Let momentum carry him forward. Slight push at the edge. Balance lost. Down to mats. 1 done, 3 remaining. Second attacked from behind. Felt air displacement, ducked low, rolled under his arms, now behind him, foot to lower back. He followed the first. 2 done, 2 left. Remaining fighters exchanged looks. Simultaneous attack front and back. Standard tactic, usually effective. Not against someone trained for surrounded combat. Jumped at the last second, let them collide, Not hard, too experienced, but enough confusion. 1 second window, elbow to solar plexus, knee to face, right fighter staggered, lost balance, grabbed his collar, used as counterweight, kicked to final opponent's head. Dropped like assassination target. Guy I held tried escaping, redirected his momentum against him, over the edge. Whole fight under 60 seconds. Stood on the beam, breathing hard, burned screaming. New damage added, split lip, bruised ribs, but standing. Box seats erupted, restrained applause, almost mocking. The broker watched, undisguised fascination, scientist observing successful experiment. Excellent, clean, efficient, no wasted motion, military precision throughout. Jumped down to mats, pain shot through body, didn't show it. Next, just beginning, Trial 3 requires combat skills plus technical expertise. Third trial delivered as promised. Motorcycle ancient Ducati, modified engine, track through artificial city ruins, and mines real anti-personnel ordnance throughout. Task elementary start to finish, 3 minutes, red flags mark route deviation, inadvisable. I refuse. We've covered consequences. Shall we invite Camilla, explain the rules? No, I'll ride. Mounted the bike, checked controls, good condition. They wanted death by mines, not mechanical failure, less dramatic otherwise. Track wound between concrete barriers simulating destroyed buildings. Red flags marked narrow route, sharp turns, maximum stress design. Mines invisible. The danger could be anywhere, thin dirt layer around corners, narrow passages. Deep breath, engine start, launch. First 30 seconds smooth, sharp turns, narrow channels, no explosions, then curve ahead, earth erupted right side, first mine, proximity detonation. Shockwave hammered ears, shrapnel peppered helmet and jacket, held control, made the turn, kept moving. Next mine dead ahead, yanked handlebars, bike through narrow gap between concrete blocks, paint scraped, close call. Then pure chaos, mines everywhere, someone controlling detonations, maximum spectacle for viewers. Explosions surrounded me, shrapnel tearing skin, ground shaking, but forward movement continued. Instinct plus skill, always felt danger coming. Final stretch, straight road. Mine field, no choice, speed only, throttle maxed, racing detonations, beating shockwaves. Crossed finish, dust cloud, shrapnel rain like deadly fireworks. 3 minutes 12 seconds, over limit. Stopped bike, removed helmet, faced the broker. He stood by huge timer showing 3:12. Time limit exceeded, Mr. Harding. You said 3 minutes, didn't specify penalties for lateness. The broker smiled, first genuine appearance all night. True, unspecified, consider it a bonus, surviving a minefield, achievement enough. Self-inspection, jacket shredded, new cuts and gouges joining burns but intact, no critical wounds. Next, water, your combat skills may prove less useful. Fourth trial as promised, freezing pool, deep, hands zip-tied behind back, feet free, heavy boots for weight. Simple task, dive, retrieve key from bottom, free hands, surface, 6-meter depth, 3 degrees Celsius. Survival time without movement 15 minutes, with exertion half. Stood poolside, staring at black water, classic special ops trial, usually with instructors, safety protocols. Begin when ready, the broker retreated. Several deep breaths, blood oxygenation, final massive inhale, jump. Cold hit like sledgehammer, breath seized, body wanted to curl, forced relaxation, let boots pull me down. Darker each meter, pool bottom faint shine, key under small light, for easy finding, or drama, viewers see how close yet unreachable salvation is. Reach bottom, swam to key, challenge now, grab without hands, flipped over, teeth on key, twisted to reach bound hands. Lungs burning, oxygen depleting, brain panic starting, Ignored signals, training operating under oxygen debt. Key touch zip tie, found lock inserted, turned, click hands-free, surface time. Something wrong, pushed off bottom, couldn't rise, something holding. Look down, zip tie on ankle, caught on bottom hook, trap not meant to be easy. Lungs on fire, vision darkening, hypoxia approaching, bent down, tried freeing foot, tie wouldn't budge. The key maybe fits this lock too. Dove back, found ankle lock, key inserted, another turn, freedom. But oxygen gone, brain screaming, breathe, breathe, breathe. Bottom push-off, shooting upward 3 meters, 2, 1. Broke surface, gulping air, lungs shredded glass, body shaking, cold and exhaustion. But alive. The broker poolside, checking timepiece. 3 minutes 47 seconds submerged. Impressive. Most professional divers can't exceed 2 minutes, especially while active. Climbed out, shivering. Medics threw thermal blanket over me, pushed them off. Next, through chattering teeth. Final trial, but first intermission, regained strength. Signaled, guards brought Camilla. She rushed over, embrace warm, real, sincere. Jason, what's happening? They said you agreed to dangerous stunts, but you're hurt everywhere. All good, just work. What work? You run security, not stunts. Cupped her face, looked in her eyes. Trust me, please, everything's solid, military contract, classified. She stared, disbelieving, but nodded, always trusted, even confused. Time's up, the broker approaching. Mr. Harding, final trial awaits. 4. Fifth trial, 1 hour out. Dry clothes provided, rest in small room, time to recover, planned strategy. 4 down, each harder, what's left? What tops minefield survival, ice water with bound limbs. Most important, what comes after? The broker promised Camilla's release. All trials passed, but trust him. Man running murder gambling. Door opened. The broker entered, pristine as always, like he hadn't spent hours watching torture. Time, Mr. Harding, finale awaits. Stood, ignored full body pain. After this, the last trial. Assuming success, promise kept, you and wife released, no pursuit, no retaliation. Police. Condescending smile, adult to naive child. Evidence, Mr. Harding, we're professionals, clients have spotless reputations, connections everywhere, your story, paranoid delusions. Right, and I knew it, system protects its own. Come, audience waiting. Arena changed again, open space, no structures, center simple metal frame, hooded figure tied to it. Final trial, Mr. Harding, addressing me in shadow boxes. Extremely simple, kill this person. Froze, processing. Criminal. Relevant, shrugged, they're needed for our finale. Handed me a Glock 19, service weapon, familiar weight. 1 round, headshot, clean. Took the pistol, checked magazine, single bullet as promised. I refuse. Everything wasted. Camilla dies, you die, our guest, nodding at hooded figure, dies anyway, choice seems clear. Walked center stage, gripping pistol, mind racing, finding alternatives, could shoot the broker, but Camilla would die. Guards had orders surely. Approached hooded figure, no movement, no sounds, unconscious, dead, drugged. Raised pistol, aimed at fabric-covered head, finger on trigger. Lights died. Total darkness, instant and complete. Instinct kicked in, jumped aside, left kill zone, combat stance. Seconds crawled, emergency lights activated, dim, reddish. In weak illumination, movement in boxes. 1 spectator stood, removed mask. General Stevens, my old man I'd thought KIA last year, Syria. Harding, his gravelly voice, nice warm-up. Frozen, disbelieving. General, the fuck. Same as you, trial completion. Mine just lasted longer. The broker applauded, standing aside, satisfied expression. Impressive, General Stevens. perfect undercover performance, whole year as deceased officer, even I almost believed. This all staged, looking between them, the trials threats. Threats were real, danger genuine, stakes legitimate, just, scope exceeded expectations. Stevens descended, approached. Sorry, Marine, only way to truly test you. Test for what? Humanity, ability to preserve what makes you human after everything, after war. The broker stepped close. His eyes weren't cold now, something like hope. Explanation time, Mr. Harding. Today's events, small part of larger experiment. We study human spirit boundaries, loyalty limits, love's endurance, not for entertainment, for understanding. Phone from pocket, screen activated, showed operating room, tied woman on table. Camilla. Live feed, your wife's in our clinic, currently fine, but situation's fluid. Heart clenched, gun aimed at the broker. Touch her. Nothing yet, but our experiment isn't physical trials. Those were prep, real test, your humanity. Stephen's hand on my shoulder. Harding, listen, track this organization 12 months, call themselves the Theater. They use ex-military, test limits for loved ones, but killing's not the goal. Emotions are fear, love, sacrifice. They broadcast these to elite clients. Millions paid to feel something real. Stared at them, processing insanity. Mr. Harding, the broker continued, physical trials, flawless execution, but real trials ahead, reveals your truth. 5. The broker signaled, full lights blazed. Behind the hooded figure, 4 more hooded people. Final trial, Mr. Harding, the real test. Stephen stepped aside, observer role. You think this tests loyalty? Wrong, we test something greater. Test if you're still human after war, after killing, after becoming weapon. Turn to hooded figures. 1 bullet, 1 choice. Lights dimmed again, not full darkness, mood lighting for maximum tension. Seconds later, emergency lights. Stephen stepped forward, jacket gone, military uniform underneath. Harding, final trial for us both. Lost completely. Faked my death 1 year back, infiltrated the theater. They use operators in death games, test breaking points, but physical trials aren't the goal, moral choices are. The broker yielded floor to Stevens. Went deep cover, evidence gathering, then realized complexity exceeded expectations. Theater isn't just gambling, it's a cult, philosophy. They're creating new elite, people who endured extreme trials, preserved humanity. Came closer. Planned their destruction, everything ready. Then learned their new targets, you and Camilla. Why us? I told them, described you, perfect candidate, combat record, mental stability, wife devotion, they bit. We were bait, statement, not question. Opportunity, strike decisive blow, take them all, needed inside man. Looked at 5 hooded figures. Here we are, final trial, Marine, for them humanity test, for us ending the theater permanently. Full lighting returned, blindingly bright, hand-shielded eyes. Final trial, Stevens repeated, choice-defining identity. 6. Bright light, assistants simultaneously removed all hoods. Froze, impossible. 5 women stood there, all looked exactly like Camilla, same features, same hair, same eyes, 5 perfect duplicates starring with identical fear and hope. What started, Stevens cut me off. 4 are doubles, professional makeup. 1's real Camilla, single bullet Jason, shoot fake innocent dies, hit real 1 save 4 lives, your wife's wearing armor, you pass. Stared at 5 identical women, reality sliding sideways. This insane. Final trial, tests recognition of loved ones, tests choice responsibility. Approached first woman, exactly like Camilla, green eyes with gold flecks, small birthmark under right ear, scent right, jasmine and sandalwood. Jason whispered, "Please help." Camilla's voice, inflections, accent traces from mixed childhood. Moved to second, same appearance, silent, pleading eyes only. Third, fourth, fifth, all identical, professionals outdid themselves, makeup, prosthetics, special effects, perfect work. Circled slowly, seeking differences, finding none, or blind to them. Realization hit. I couldn't identify real Camilla. Woman I'd married, 3 years together, thought I knew everything. Years of combat, constant vigilance, emotional barriers, damaged my connection ability. Camilla, any of them, always been role, not person. Stopped, lowered gun, strange emptiness spreading, not pain or despair, emptiness, finally seeing myself truly, suspected but denied. Won't shoot, not now. Stephen stared, unreadable. Failing the test, Marine. No, finally passing. Threw pistol down, metal on concrete, echo through hushed space. Approached first woman differently. Not examining, connecting, took her face gently, looked deep, not for external signs, for soul. Moved to second, third. At fourth stopped, wordlessly embraced her, whispered, "Forgive me." Turned to Stevens. My wife, recognized not by appearance, by response to my touch, only one whose heartbeat accelerates near me. Applause erupted, restrained, nearly mocking. Stevens nodded. Correct answer. Test wasn't shooting right. Test was refusing to shoot. No armor on your wife. Held Camilla. Felt her heartbeat against mine, but wrong, pulse changed. Rhythm different, more precise, more professional. Looked in her eyes, saw it cold smile, not my Camilla's. Slowly freed her hand. Saw tiny pistol emerge from clothing folds. Time slowed, combat speed. Saw finger finding trigger, pistol rising, not toward me. Camilla fired, not at me, at the broker. He'd been reaching for concealed weapon. Bullet caught shoulder, pain and shock on his face. They forced me, Camilla whispered, still armed. 6 months ago at casting, said agree or they kill you. Stevens signaled. Tactical teams flooded in, special ops, surrounded the broker and associates, quick, professional, cuffs applied. 2 years tracking this outfit, Stevens explained as operatives worked. Camilla contacted us when approached, needed her reaching network's core. 3 months, she played double agent. Stared at her confused. Why keep it secret? Couldn't risk exposure. They monitored everything. Slightest hint I'd warned you, plans dead. They threatened to kill you for any resistance or escape attempt. Stevens gripped my shoulder. She risked everything, Harding, for you, for justice. Her loyalty test passed with honors. Looked at Camilla, my Camilla, whom I knew and didn't know, stronger than I'd imagined, braver than I'd believed, who'd walked through hell for love. Now what? Now, Stevens smiled, fresh start, but this time truly knowing each other. Blood contract. Chapter 4, Revelation. 1. Black-clad operators swarmed the warehouse, every exit covered. The broker sat bleeding, palm pressed to shoulder wound, face twisted with pain but eyes maintained that clinical interest. Scientist to the end. Medics examined Camilla's 4 doubles. Women who no longer seemed so identical next to the original. Differences emerged, subtle eyebrow variations, different tension lines, voice tones, postures. How'd I miss these? Camilla stood close, still gripping her compact pistol, couldn't seem to release it, hands trembling, not fear, adrenaline aftermath. Stevens barked orders into radio, then approached. Op complete. The broker plus all theater principals detained. Simultaneous strikes happening, 3 more cities. The spectators nodded toward boxes that held our audience. Our people too. Elite observation unit, psychologists, behavioral analysts, nonverbal experts, that rich audience, all operatives. Finally looked away from the 5 women, faced Stevens. So the theater, these games, all part of capturing Montgomery. indicated the broker being escorted out. Not exactly. The theater predated our op. We infiltrated to destroy from within. Camilla spoke, voice quiet but steady. Found me 6 months back, after a commercial audition. Offered major campaign, better agency. Pause. Only later realized not legit modeling. Remembered those first photos. Portfolio shots, were they planned? Camilla's eyes shifted. Yes, theater used fashion as cover. Real business was different, creating extreme situations, broadcasting authentic emotions to elite watchers. Another pause. When I understood the trap too late, they had leverage. Second envelope, speaking slowly, those shots real. She nodded, wouldn't meet my eyes. Drugged me, don't remember, but photos were authentic. Stevens intervened. When theater targeted you both, Camilla reached out. We'd been investigating them, couldn't penetrate the core. So everything, swept hand around warehouse trials, whole situation, real or staged. Both, Stevens answered. Trials real, danger real, but context our operation. Stared at Camilla. My Camilla thought I knew her completely. Wrong. Why not tell me? Quiet question, could have helped. Theater watched everything, she answered. House, phones, cars, smallest hint of warning, plan fails. They promised to kill you for non-cooperation. Remembered finding the forgotten phone, the envelope discovery, easy office surveillance access, computer penetration. They led me, slow realization, every move predicted, used. Theater's method, Stevens confirmed. Chess-like, multiple moves ahead, your skills training made you predictable. Hindsight brought clarity, every decision, every action, all orchestrated, central figure in their play, never suspected. Worst, couldn't recognize my wife among doubles, not immediately, needed basic instincts, physical responses. What's that say about us? About my ability to see people? Met Camilla's eyes, understanding there, she knew my thoughts. Need to talk, alone. 2. Safe house outside the city, modest bungalow, fortified perimeter, armored glass, standard witness protection setup. Stevens left to coordinate multi-city operations, promised return tomorrow with updates. Left us alone, truly alone, first time in forever. No surveillance, no agendas, no deception. Strange, realizing we could speak freely, both so mask-adapted, now didn't know how to communicate without them. Camilla curled on the couch, knees drawn up, defensive position I recognized, eyes red from tears but holding strong. You deserve full truth, she said finally. Should have told you before, but couldn't. Finished for her, I get it. No, don't, head shake, not just theater about us. Sat opposite, giving space. Meaning. Deep breath from her. Jason, you're an amazing husband, caring, loyal, protective, but you never fully opened up, always this barrier between us, could see you, never truly touch you. Words hit precisely, sniper accurate, pain point I didn't know existed. Camilla, please let me finish. Gentle interruption. When theater approached, I was vulnerable, not career-wise, relationship-wise, felt I was losing you, or never had you. She stood, moved to window, green lawn and distant trees visible, peaceful view contrasting our discussion. Know what terrified me most? Not turning. Not threats, not danger, but thinking I'd lose you and you wouldn't notice. You'd continue in your fortress, alone. Silence, digesting truth bombs. Years of service taught emotional distance, attachment control, combat zone survival strategy, but I'd imported it home, into marriage. Agreeing to work with Stevens, she continued, wasn't just about safety, chance to reach you, prove I'm stronger than you believed, real partner, not fortress decoration. Finally faced me, eyes holding pain and hope simultaneously, breath caught. You couldn't recognize me among those women, she said softly. Not your fault, you never saw all of me. Rose approached slowly, not for comfort, just proximity for what came next. You're right, admission. Whole adult life learned detachment, limited feeling, only survival method available. Watch friends die daily, keep functioning. Pause, word selection. Meeting you thought I could flip a switch, be normal. Brains don't work that way. Brought war home to our bed, our kitchen, not guns and explosives, walls, invisible fortifications. Camilla watched, first time in years really seeing her, not observing or analyzing, seeing. Won't shoot, I said, echoing arena words. Never again, done living besieged Camilla, want to relearn feeling. She stepped closer, not for embrace, just nearness. Won't be easy, for either of us. Know that, but I'll try, genuinely try. She extended her hand, I took it. Simple gesture, new beginning, not instant fixed promise, commitment to work together. Threw down my weapon again, not physical gun. Internal one, constant alertness, distrust, emotional isolation. Real moment of choice, true loyalty test to each other and ourselves. 3. Stevens returned next day, as promised, tired but satisfied, op succeeded clearly. Got them all, he reported, accepting Camilla's coffee. The broker, inner circle, money men, tech support, theaters done. Their fate, I asked. Standard procedure, big organization like this. Some face trial, others flip for reduced sentences, some vanish from public life. Sipped coffee, studied us. Your plans? Good question. Camilla and I exchanged glances. Haven't decided, she said. Witness protection, I suggested, though disliked the idea. Stevens shook his head. Unnecessary, key players captured. Remainder won't risk pursuit, too visible after this disaster. So, normal life, Camilla sounded doubtful. Normal being relative, Stevens noted, slight smile. But yes, go home, maybe relocate, new jobs, clean slate. Clean slate, frightening and attractive simultaneously. You, I asked Stevens, back to service. Moment's reflection. No, year undercover drained me. Time for younger blood. Retiring, couldn't picture Stevens fishing. Call it consulting, no field work. Stevens finished coffee, set cup down. Before we scatter, need to show you something. Briefcase yielded tablet, powered on, handed over. Screen showed classified file, strange title, Lazarus Protocol. Open document, started reading. Camilla looked over shoulder. Each line increased confusion. What is this, Stevens? Theater's real story, why we couldn't stop them sooner. Document revealed theater wasn't standard criminal enterprise, spawned from secret government project. 1970s origin, extreme psychology research, loyalty under pressure, moral decisions in crisis. Project escaped control, Stevens continued. Common with black ops experiments, leadership saw profit potential, transformed research into elite entertainment. Government knew, Camilla asked. Some elements, others ignorant, classic left-hand, right-hand situation. Scrolled through document, picture clarified yet frightened more. So the broker. Dr. Gerald Montgomery, former military psychiatrist, project founder, brilliant, amoral, perfect combination. Those models, Camilla swallowed, who died. Not all dead, Stevens revealed. Some live under new identities, new faces, part of the show. Closed document, strange mix, anger and relief. Why show this? Truth deserved, Stevens said simply. Also understand this won't end prettily. Big trial, just verdict. Too many powerful players, too many secrets. They escape, Camilla's voice indignant. Not exactly, Stevens smiled slightly. Their games permanently ended, but you too looked at us, decision time. Rose, conversation over. Weaken this house, then relocate, your choice where. Headed door, stopped at threshold. One thing, Only we three know Camilla worked undercover. Everyone else, including my people, sees you as theater victims. Keep it that way." Door closed. We sat silent, processing revelations. "What now?" Camilla asked finally. Took her hand, real contact, not gesture. "What we should have done before, start fresh." 4. Safe House Week flew past. Camilla and I talked constantly, more than 3 years worth. Shared stories previously deemed insignificant or too painful, filled gaps, built bridges. Camilla described her childhood, foster care shuffling, never belonging, modeling as adaptation tool, new places, new people, constant reinvention. I shared war stories, not operational details. Important stuff: fear, brotherhood under fire, humanity moments amid chaos. Both cried, both laughed, both went silent when words failed. Gradually, daily changes between us, not movie-style transformation. Quiet, deep shifting, tectonic plates, invisible movement, new landscape emerging. Day 7, Stevens returned. Final updates, document package. New identities, passports, licenses, credit cards passing the envelope. All legal, just different names, government's thanks. "Our stuff?" Camilla asked. "Team packed essentials. Rest gets sold. Proceeds to your new account." Examine documents. David and Sarah Cross, Portland residents. He, security consultant. She, fitness model and instructor. "Why Portland?" "Quiet, coastal, low crime, good healthcare, always need good teachers." Camilla studied her new passport, finger-traced photograph. "Sarah," she said, tasting the name, "I like it." "Permanent?" I asked. "Or can we reclaim original identities?" "Your choice. Nothing legally prevents keeping old names, but I'd recommend fresh start." Stevens looked at us, expression rare for him, almost paternal concern. "You've earned new life, Harding, both have." Extended hand, solid shake, man to man, wordless. Then hugged Camilla, completely unlike him. "Take care of him," he told her. "Best Marine I served with." "I know," she replied. Stevens nodded, mission complete, headed door. "General," I called, "thanks." Turned, rare smile crossed his face. "Honor was mine, Sergeant." Door closed, strange relief washed over me. Life chapter ending, next beginning. Camilla approached, head on my shoulder. "Ready for new life, David Cross." Embraced her, first time not calculating threats, exit routes, tactical positions, just holding someone loved. "Ready, Sarah Cross." 5. First Portland months, simultaneously hardest and most peaceful ever. Bought a small house. University district edge, spacious. Wide windows, garden, open to the world, not fortified against it. Camilla, now Sarah, landed position at a high-end fitness center. Taught bar and Pilates to trophy wives and college girls. They admired her, never suspecting her past. I opened security consulting practice. Not bodyguard agency, pure consulting. Helping businesses protect data, assess physical security, train staff, peaceful skill application, violence-free. Both saw therapists, individual and couples, not for major problems, prevention, learning communication before misunderstandings became canyons. Nightmares persisted sometimes, not just war, theater trials, 5 Camillas, my recognition failure. She'd hold my hand, no words, just presence. She had demons too, woke screaming sometimes. Convinced they found us, history repeating, those nights I anchored her, held tight, reminded of safety. One evening, porch sitting, sunset watching, Camilla turned suddenly. "I'm pregnant," she said simply. Froze, those 2 words changed everything. "When?" 3 days ago, wanted certainty first. Looked at her, my wife, hell survivor with me, daily rediscovery, something warm spread through chest, not panic, not future fear, happiness. "You glad?" Slight uncertainty in her voice. Took her hand, kissed fingers. Beyond words. She smiled, everything in that expression relief, joy, hope. Me too, and terrified. Of failing, world being too harsh, them returning someday. Understood her fears, shared them. But recent months taught me something. Don't let fear drive decisions. Sarah, I said, using new name as reminder. Can't promise perfection. Nobody can, but we can promise presence for the child, for each other. Head on shoulder, last rays painting horizon gold. Symbolic one day ending, next promised. That night slept dreamless, first time in years. 6 year later, nearly identical summer evening. Same porch, cradle between us now, 3-month-old Emma inside, tiny miracle, Camilla's eyes, my stubborn chin supposedly. Life found new rhythm, calm, measured, baby-centric, sleepless nights, first smiles, endless fascination with each sound and gesture. Never imagined such unconditional love capacity. Never thought I'd wake midnight not from nightmares, just to watch my daughter breathe. Camilla still thought of her that way sometimes, held Emma, quiet lullaby humming. Motherhood brought full bloom, found her perfect role finally. Stevens wrote today, she mentioned, eyes on baby. Nodded, ex-commander wrote rarely but regularly. Brief notes, whether fishing, mundane topics, never work, never passed, never theater, appreciated that caution. Says, real retirement, lake house purchased, visit invitation when Emma's older. Old bastard, I smiled. Probably still consulting from that lake house. Probably, she agreed. Sat quiet, moment savoring. Then Camilla gave me that look, post-birth exclusive, serene happiness. Was so scared of losing you, quietly said. Thought I'd lost myself too, I admitted. Now certain, this heart always beats faster near you both. Her smile reflected sunset, golden promises of countless similar evenings. Porch sitting, former operator, model who played life's greatest role, baby girl ignorant of theater trials secrets. Looked at palm scar, burn trace from trial 1, physical reminder oddly painless now, just history, part of the path here. Emma woke, opened eyes, surprisingly aware for tiny being. Camilla passed her over, took precious cargo carefully, months of practice. Tiny fingers gripped my index finger, surprising strength, absolute trust, absolute love. Horizon glowed copper and gold. Day ending, night beginning, not frightening or threatening, just time's passage, life's rhythm. We'd passed our loyalty test, to each other, to ourselves. This quiet moment, reward beyond any service medal. Held my future, knew whatever came we'd handle it. Together. If you enjoyed this raw tale, show some love, hit subscribe, drop a comment, share the darkness.